good. There's been a lot of conversation amongst everybody with your switch to safety this year and such, but and just and just being back out on the field, after missing it all last year, just how good does it feel just to be back out there with your teammates again and just playing such a role like you got to play?
It's really just a blessing. Like I feel like when you take a year off of the game, it kind of opened my eyes and just made me appreciate the game of football just so much more. Like just having fun at practice, like just enjoying the little things. Like I know camp always be a grind, but like you just got to have fun at everything you're doing. When it's taken away from you, like that's when you know how much you really appreciate something. So I just love being back out there, being there to help the team however I can. Like it's a great feeling.
Raheem, you've obviously had a while to make this transition now from corner to safety, but what were the difficult parts of it, especially just from an on-the-field football perspective, knowing your responsibilities, knowing everybody else's responsibilities? I mean, what was the adjustment like? What were kind of the hardest things to get done, and how do you feel like you've done it, just making that transition?
I feel like I had a smooth transition. The coaching staff definitely helped me out a lot, and then like Monster had mentioned, like the corners and the safety, we like really one unit, so we work together a lot. So it was like really kind of a lot of crossover. It's a couple things that just changed. I just got to be more vocal since I'm the safety, so I'm really the quarterback out there in the secondary. So we just got to be more vocal. That was really the biggest difference between corner and safety. But I made the transition pretty smooth, and then I got a great coach that helped me through the whole process too. So it definitely was smooth.
Raheem, Coach Jones talked about the run fix as well. How do you feel about the physicality of the position? How much you embracing that, and how much you getting ready for, maybe having to take a whack at somebody?
Oh, I take like pride in being a physical player. So like when you come to that run fit, that's me anyway. Like I love doing that. Like it's part of the game, and I love doing it.
Hey, I'm just wondering. So when you made the transition to safety, you were able to pick up number 0. And how were you able to pick that up? Because I don't think anyone in program history ever wore number 0.
Really, when I had first seen the news had broke, I thought it was fake at first, because just like you mentioned, like nobody had 0 before. But then I had like talked with Coach Allen, and he was like, "That's a number that I deserve," and I just wanted to be the first person. And now you like program history to really wear 0 out there on the field. So he helped me make that come true. So September 4th, we gonna definitely put on.
All right, time, Dustin.
Raheem, when we were talking to Marcelino a couple of days ago, he was talking about, for as excited as he was last year to watch that season play out, that it was also really, really hard and frustrating to not just strap on the pads and try to go out there and help. But what was it like for you, just watching your teammates have all that success last year and knowing that you just couldn't put that foot on the field to help them?
Oh, you just got to be a positive person. Like, we as a team, we still had a great year as a team. So, like, I was still in the locker room celebrating with those guys. I was still at the games and stuff. You just got to be a great teammate. So it was always hard, like, not being able to go out there and suit up. You always be like, man, I could go do it. But you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just got to play your role and just sit back and be a supportive guy. Like, as long as you got positive vibes, like, so everybody got a role on the team. And last year my role was just so happened to just be, you know what I'm saying, like the role play, just keep everybody juiced up and positive energy around the team.
And you feel 100% right now, right?
I'm 100% go. I'm great.
Another thing Coach Jones said about the transition, he said one of the biggest things is just the difference in vision and what you're seeing out there. As opposed to being on one side of the field, you're behind it all, and you kind of got to see everything.
Yeah.
What's that part like? What's it like getting used to that, understanding that, and knowing you got to sort of keep everybody, on both on both sides of the field lined up? What's that transition like, and how did you get used to that?
That is true. Like when you play in safety, you got to see the big picture. So you just got to make sure, like when you're taking your drops, you got to make sure you take your depth, and then you got to always like remember, like you're the safety valve. Like it don't matter what happened, like nothing. You the last line of defense. So you just got to always have that in the back of your head. So like I feel like that was one of the things that helped me like keep going and be like, oh, I'm the last safety line. So like can't let nobody down. So you just got to make sure you where you're supposed to be at.
So I have a question about so when you transitioned to safety, who is that guy in the room that was it the cornerback coach, the defensive coach, who really helped you make that transition?
Really, Coach Jones. He's our safety coach here. So, but like they work closely together. But Coach Jones helped me like make the transition smooth. He one of like the best coaches I done had, like throughout my career so far. So like he definitely make like the game a lot like easier, and he break it down to where like it's just a great man to play for. I'm gonna just say that, he's a great man to play for.